I had no salary. She was supporting me. She was pregnant. We were losing money. I think we came close at various times to saying it wasn't going to work out, but I think we persevered because we believed in ourselves and believed that this could be possible.
Dave Olson's slurp and spit technique may not charm Miss Manners, but it's largely responsible for the more than 3 million customers Starbucks serves every week.
The Verona is going to be a much bigger cup of coffee than these because it combines the attributes from various regions.
At a tasting with other Starbucks employees, the company's premier bud man demonstrates how he samples the beans he buys from all over the world.
Got a tall skim cappuccino up on the bar.
While some find the coffee too strong, Olson takes jabs about Charbucks in stride.
Ha! Starbucks, Charbucks. Yeah, we try to buy coffee that can withstand a pretty aggressive approach to roasting. So it falls outside the experience that a lot of people expect of a cup of coffee.
I love the blend and the aroma.
It's a very strong flavor, but not bitter.
I compare it to the espresso and the cappuccino in my home city, which is Florence, Italy.
For die-hard Starbucks fans, the coffee is now available in a soft drink and in a Red Hook beer.
Coffee-flavored beer?
Well, it's only a note. It's very subtle, and it's delicious.
So does it make you sleep, or does it keep you awake?
No, it's not like that.
In many ways, this really is a Horatio Alger story, a rags to riches story,
well, nice
if you will, because you grew up as a pretty, is it safe to say, poor kid from Brooklyn?
Yes, and I'm proud of that. It was a good childhood, but in a federally subsidized housing project. Our family did not have much, and I think we were taught early on about the value of things, and I think I wanted desperately to try and get out of that environment and try and create a success for myself.
I feel lucky today.
Success for the 42-year-old Schultz is measured in more than net sales of some $465 million in 1995. He takes great pride in offering his 12,000 employees, whom he calls partners, stock in the company and health coverage. Even part-timers receive full benefits, a policy applauded by President Clinton.
What I wanted to do is make sure that every Starbucks person, irregardless of their education, of their diversity, of their level of performance in the company, had an opportunity to gain equity and gain health insurance and really build self-esteem in the workplace. And for me, I watched, unfortunately, my dad go through a series of jobs where I think his self-esteem was broken, and that affected our life.
He went from various blue-collar jobs, like he was a cab driver for a while. He drove a diaper truck. He worked in a paper factory.
I think he just could not find his way, and unfortunately never found a company in which there was an opportunity.
If your dad were alive today, do you think he'd be incredulous in terms of your success?
He would be. It would be an unbelievable. If I could just grab one thing back, and it would be the most meaningful turn of events if he could experience this with us.
Entrepreneurship and knowledge are two key factors of production. Howard Schultz's knowledge of the market led to the establishment of a new coffee culture. His entrepreneurial skill helped to develop that market from almost nothing to a major American phenomenon. Coffee sales had been weathering a 30-year decline when Schultz stepped into the picture. In 1962, overall coffee sales were up to $1 billion a year. A staggering 3/4 of the adult population drank an average of 3 cups a day, and this was before the advent of a gourmet coffee trend. Then came the bitter years. A major factor in this change of trend was the rise in soft drink sales. Pepsi and Coca-Cola began battling each other for the teen market. Pepsi developed the theme of the Pepsi generation, while Coke claimed it was the real thing. Both campaigns were very successful. As these new drinkers entered into adulthood, they brought their soft drinks to work. Meanwhile, coffee manufacturers continued to market their drink to an increasingly older audience. Howard Schultz saw this trend and knew there was only one way to reverse it. He marketed Starbucks directly to the young. He attracted younger coffee drinkers by creating a recognizable icon, catchy names, and a whole new lingo for coffee drinkers. Most important, he introduced gourmet coffees to take the place of the older, too familiar brands. And how successful has his strategy been? When Schultz entered the market in 1984, gourmet coffee sales amounted to $270 million. 10 years later, they would top $1 billion, an amount equal to all coffee sales in 1962. And what is the proof that this trend is here to stay? Just look around. Where Howard Schultz has led, others have followed. Schultz's success has been a signal to other potential entrepreneurs. New gourmet coffee chains, as well as independent shops, have sprung up across the country. Now established, the trend begun by Howard Schultz and Starbucks has become a part of our cultural fabric. Howard Schultz pioneered this course by courting younger customers, giving them a taste for gourmet brews, and creating an easily copied environment where they can buy them. In the process, Starbucks and Howard Schultz have established a trend, one which has given the coffee industry a real caffeine rush.
It's a really exciting time for us here at Levi Strauss.
It's heaven. It's really the only company where I felt like all of my best attributes could come out.
It's a risk-taking company.
Levi Strauss was, I consider him the original American entrepreneur.
The company's founder was willing to try something new, to act despite uncertainty about the marketplace. Today, Levi Strauss & Company is the market leader, an American icon, and a global phenomenon.
There's a great sense that what we have here is very precious and very valuable, and not just monetarily, but historically. Our classic blue jean, the 501 jeans, have changed very little since they were invented in 1873. We've left our classic product alone, and I think we've done very well by it.
To have been popular in youth culture for over 150 years is a pretty amazing thing. And that's our constant challenge, is to make sure that the youth today is feeling like they can relate to us.
Levi's brand soul is built on a handful of key values: originality, individuality, authenticity, sexiness, and rebelliousness. These attributes, along with legendary Levi's quality, have been established in the consumer's mind. Levi brand soul is emphasized in marketing the original 501 brand and their latest brands: Dockers, which was introduced in 1986, and Slates, introduced in 1996. Their brand identity is being leveraged on a global scale. Today, all three Levi's brands are sought after by consumers all over the world. Levi's is a major player in the international marketplace.
For example, when we opened our store in Moscow a couple of years ago, we sold out the entire inventory of the store in 2 days. They almost broke the glass windows because the crowds were so big pressing on the glass in front of the store.
We have partners in Europe, in South America, in Canada, partners in Asia.
Their product's widespread popularity is a true marketing phenomenon.
And we can see that in a lot of different ways. One is the vintage denim market, for which our old vintage jeans have become collectible items selling for many, many thousands of dollars. And the people that are buying these jeans are not wearing them, they're framing them. To me, it says that our brand has become more than just a piece of clothing. I would say our marketing works.
Going back to the late 1880s, Levi Strauss has always been a company that has encouraged risk and innovation.
Maybe we can just
I'm going to propose this because I like this one better on jacket.
Well, it would make more sense to have a gold top and a matching jacket.
Today, that entrepreneur